why nobody really seemed to care about a teenage girl who did nothing wrong. The irony is that we're all taught that honesty is the best policy. But it seems some people forgot to learn that very concept.
Oh, you're here. Let's go, shall we? Nice hoodie, honestly. Ties with your personality. Kiran, you don't have to worry about anything, okay? Trust me. I'm proud of you for standing, Kiran. That boy's parents who sued you are just trying to scare. That's all that is. You did what you knew what was right. And all you have to do is prove it. I'm going to be with you in every step of it, okay?
Krish, I genuinely don't know what I'd have done if I hadn't reached out to you first.
No, it's all because of your podcast. I've heard everything you had to say, and you did right. You stood your ground even when your voice shook. Plus, I'm happy you did. Also, that you saved my contact since my graduation 6 years ago.
The judge has arrived. The court is now in session.
Your Honor, this is not the case of civil disagreement, but this is the case of digital defamation, where the defendant, Ms. Kiran, leveraged her social platform to spread slanderous, damaging accusations against my client, Mr. Rohit. She is yet to address the reckless abuse of the digital space. Because a student, not a journalist without a license, cannot make allegations regarding issues in her locality. In the IPC, under Section 499 and 500, my client demands a fine of Rs 50,000. And here are the evidence.
Thank you, Learned Prosecutor. The defense may proceed with their opening statement.
Your Honor, Ms. Kiran has exercised her right under Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution, the right to freedom of speech and expression. So today, we are asking the court, is it really a crime to hold power accountable, or is it just a crime when it made someone in particular uncomfortable? And these are the solid evidences.
Call your first witness.
Miss Sanjana.
You may speak.
There were a few senior boys with him that day. I don't know what they were doing at first. I thought it was just a joke. But they took my pictures and told me that I was trending. I asked them to stop. I cried. Nobody listened. But then she did.
Thank you, Miss Sanjana. Mr. Krishna, your witness.
I am not asking you to relive, just express to the court what you told me in your own words. Why did you post what you posted?
Miss Kiran, you may begin your statement.
I didn't ask for any of this. Not the noise, not the courtroom, not any headlines of gossip. All I wanted was to stop being scared in my own street. There were a few boys. They lived a few lanes down. I didn't know their names until properly moving in. But I knew their voices, their laughter, the things they said when I walked past. I changed my route, I changed my clothes, I changed. But they never did.
Did you ever confront them directly?
No, because when you're a girl and they're boys who don't know the meaning of the word no, confrontation isn't brave. It's literally dangerous. So, I did the next best thing I could. I spoke on my podcast. I didn't name anybody, I didn't have to. But I thought our podcast can help horrified girls all over the world. That was what I wanted. Instead, they sued me. Defamation, they said. Ruined character, defamed reputation. What about mine? Where was my protection? My reputation, my character, that 14-year-old girl's childhood. You say I ruined them? I say they ruined safety, ruined peace, ruined being able to walk home and think about anything other than whether I'd be able to make it there in one piece. I didn't lie, I didn't slander, I told the truth, even without naming anyone. Because I thought the truth would be enough. But if you recognize your own patterns and behaviors, even without naming anyone, proves just how innocent they are.
Mr. Rohit, do you have anything to say before I deliver the final verdict?
Mr. Rohit,
I really have nothing to say. My reputation is important to me and my family. And I didn't think that.
My lord, if I may.
Proceed.
First of all, you didn't even think. And that in itself is a problem. And what my client did was provide a voice. Her right is not just protected by opinion, but by the Constitution itself. If we were to penalize people for speaking the truth, then what remains of Article 19A?
In any courtroom, we don't weigh feelings, we weigh facts. Pretend that words carry no weight would be betrayal of both reason and law. Reputation is fragile, so is the dignity, and sometimes the truth is close to both. We are not here to choose sides, we are here to ensure that justice does not lose itself. The court will now pass the judgment, but the real question is, deep in your heart, would you pass the judgment within yourself?
Winning, but I couldn't have done it without Krish. It was his victory as much as it was mine. But the one thing I'll never forget, I met the judge after the case was closed. He was amazing, very nice and supportive. But he asked me something before he left as a sort of question for all of us listening to my podcast. He asked, what would become of justice if liars had more followers than the truth had strength? Let me know what you think. See you next Saturday. Love always. Kiran.
Sorry.